All right, let's jump in here. Our vocabulary words for this Learn English short story, Bryan's interview. I selected 10 phrases, most of them in the past tense. So we have here number one, woke up. Woke up. Woke up is the past of wake up. Wake up. It's a phrasal verb. And it means to stop sleeping and become aware and active again. To stop sleeping and become aware and active again. Woke up. Bryan woke up in a hotel bed. Got dressed. Got dressed. Got is the past of get dressed, which means to put clothes on your body. To put clothes on your body. So Bryan got dressed. Bryan got dressed for his interview. Number three, had breakfast. Had breakfast. Had is the past tense of the verb have breakfast, which means eat in the morning for your first meal of the day. To eat in the morning for your first meal of the day. So Bryan woke up, he got dressed, and he had breakfast. Next, caught a taxi. Caught a taxi. Caught is the past of catch a taxi, which means to raise your hand to signal to a taxi driver that you need a ride. Bryan caught a taxi. Told her. Told her. Told is the past of the verb tell, which means to communicate information, facts, or news to someone. Communicate information, facts, or news to someone. So Bryan told her who he was and why he was there. He told her that he had come for an interview. Looked surprised. Looked surprised. Looked is the past of the verb to look, which means to appear astonished or in shock at what has been seen or heard. To appear astonished or in shock at what has been seen or heard. So the secretary looked surprised. She looked surprised when Bryan told her who he was. Have a seat. Have a seat. This isn't in the past, but the secretary asked Bryan to have a seat. So asked is in the past. Have a seat we are using normally, which means a polite directive for someone to sit down and wait. A polite directive for someone to sit down and wait. So the secretary asked Bryan to have a seat. Made some calls. The secretary used the telephone to talk to people. To use the telephone to talk to people. So the secretary made some calls. Made some calls. Arrived. Arrived. Arrived is the past of arrive, which means to reach your desired destination or place you need to be. It means to reach your desired destination or the place you need to be. Arrived. Bryan arrived. Broke the news. Broke the news. Broke is the past of break, to break the news, which means to share some important information with someone. To share some important information with someone. He broke the news. The man broke the news to Bryan that his interview had been the week before. Okay, my friends, so there you go. Those are our vocabulary for words for this section. So go ahead and listen to the mini story, Bryan's interview, and listen for these vocabulary words as you do.